Thank you, Billy. Firstly, can I acknowledge the Aboriginal elders, past and present, who are the custodians of this land. Can I acknowledge Pastor Michael Mao, the pastor of the Breakthrough Embassy of Parramatta, Mal Fruin, chair of the New South Wales Council of Pacific Communities, Ben Seeger, vice chair and committee members, representatives from the Sydney Bulls Football Club, distinguished guests, sponsors, volunteers, ladies and gentlemen. The Lord Mayor of Parramatta, His Right Worshipful Council Paul Garrard, regrets that he's unable to be with you today. However, he was deeply saddened by the loss of life, injury and damage caused by the recent earthquake and tsunami that hit the Samoan Islands recently. The Lord Mayor has asked me to convey to you his deepest condolences and to share with you his thoughts and prayers during this period of great loss. Here in the city of Parramatta, we are extremely proud of our Pacific Island communities who call us Parramatta and Australia home. For a very long time, the city and her people have been greatly enriched by your culture, your languages, and your friendship. But as Australians, we believe in mateship, and as mates, as one united people, we stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder with you. And even though the strength of your community during this time has made you even more resilient to this recent tragedy, the people here this evening bears testimony to this, your pain, the aching of your hearts, the tears of your eyes are mirrored also by the rest of us you call as your mates, your friends. The tsunami that hit Samoa, sending gigantic waves crashing down on around 40 villages, was one of the greatest natural disasters to occur in our region. From Lalumanu or Leon or Watusi, I understand there have been losses of at least 119 lives and thousands of people directly affected. There was a tragedy of incredible magnitude, a brutal reminder of the force of nature, yet also an opportunity to demonstrate the inspiring capacity of fellow human beings to ease the suffering of others in their hour of need. For many, the sense of loss and deep grief is still very keen. For others, the events of that dreadful day may be beginning to dim. I would like to think that this is in part due to the tangible signs of reconstruction that can be seen in many of the tsunami-affected areas. But the recovery challenge facing your motherland is still immense. It will require a long-term commitment of resources and resolve if these cities, towns, and villages are to be rebuilt, and survivors provided with hope for the future, to live on, while still respecting the spirits of those who are no longer with us. Australia, too, is no stranger to natural disasters. Earlier this year, you will recall the devastation of the Black Saturday bushfires in Victoria, in which large numbers of lives were lost. It warms my heart to say that the generosity of our multicultural community shone through then as it is now, with so many local churches and communities organizing special charity appeals and relief efforts. So we are not so different after all, regardless of where we come from. We hurt and we bleed and we get up, back up on our feet again, exactly the same way. The spontaneous outpouring of generosity from individual Samoans and Australians in the last 2 weeks should be a source of pride for all of us. I thank everyone here this evening for your individual and collective contributions. The money you have raised will go towards much needed reconstruction efforts, such as access to clean water, sanitation facilities, and disease prevention. But much more importantly, the fact that you even bothered to help speaks volume of the kinds of decent human beings we still have in our communities. Finally, I would like to say a special thank you to all the volunteers and organizers of today's fundraiser, particularly Jane Gibson, Lolani Netzler, and Billy Opatia, By doing what we can, we continue the proud tradition of mateship, of never giving up on our friends and supporting each other in times of need. Thank you again for allowing me to be with you today.